All right, welcome back. Just busting it here for a Thirsty Thursday. Lots of great things happening around the world, but none better than right here on Liquid Lunch when we're joined by our good old pal, Rob Taub, is with us. Frequently seen on Liquid Lunch in some mix-it-up segments, duking it out with a Republican, but today, I'm so lucky, it's a one-on-one. Rob is a humorist, he's a writer, a columnist, and a health advocate. Most importantly, a big ambassador for the American Diabetes Association and their new big program, No Diabetes by Heart, which brings together heart disease and diabetes. And Rob, thanks so much for joining us again. I miss you, pal.
Be here, John.
So you look well, so I guess you keep into your No Diabetes by Heart regimen.
I'm trying. They just finally reopened the gym in my building.
There's a win.
With a lot of draconian restrictions. Every day I sign in and tell them who I am and give them my information and that I don't have COVID, and then go exercise. And it's really good to be back in the gym, and I'm looking forward to dining in a restaurant soon.
I know we're going to get to the president's participation in this Woodward book and stuff, but I did want to commend you because I saw this morning that you had made an Instagram post with a picture of Rob DeLuca, who was one of the driving forces behind the Independent Restaurant Owners Association that filed the lawsuit. And a lot of people, you're a Democrat, I'm an independent, everybody has all different views, but I think everyone agreed it's crazy, and we got to get these restaurants open just to get everybody's psyche going again.
I was in Hudson, New York over the Labor Day weekend, and it was back to business as usual there, including sitting at a bar. So I dined out in 3 different restaurants, and people engaged accordingly. If you don't want to eat in a restaurant, don't go, but don't deny other people, and don't deny people the opportunity and the choice to make a living.
See, this is why he wrote a column called The Centrist Sentiments, because he's a reasonable centrist, this guy. Rob, I don't know, you know a lot of authors, you're renowned in the literary circles. I'm slightly confused from a standpoint of reason why Trump would spend 18 hours or 9 hours with Bob Woodward. Not confused because I know what a megalomaniac he is, and he thinks he can charm the guy over, which seems to have failed here.
Yeah, I mean, I first interviewed Trump in, I think it was 1982, for a Daily News piece on Atlantic City when it was the most visited place in the country. He was exactly the same then as he is now. And yes, an egomaniac and a megalomaniac. And it's a misstep on his part, but it's too early to tell if it will be disastrous or not. I mean, we're in a time of such personality politics, and such, analog politics is gone. This is digital politics. Look at Governor Cuomo. He puts his own spins on things. Somebody emailed me yesterday and told me, how dare you say negative things about him? He's the greatest governor in the country. People, because he's handsome and charming and well-spoken. And
40% of the New Yorkers that died, he killed.
Yeah, well, yes, but my point being, facts don't seem to matter particularly right now to voters, be they Democrat or Republican.
Very good point.
It's more about the personality. People, the base who loves Trump, and it's going to be this odd 20% that are going to make the decision on the election, as far as I see, because and they won't vote for Trump as much as they will vote against Democratic mayors and governors that they're unhappy with, because I don't think it's working effectively when Biden tries to blame all of the riots and the looting on Trump. These cities have been like this for a long time.
It's almost like they think the populace is so dumb that there's no possible way a sane person could think the violence is because of Trump, when if you type in www.antifa.com, it takes you to the Joe Biden fundraising page direct. So, I mean, they're rioting because they're for Joe Biden, and they're trying to cause unrest, if you ask me.
Yeah, and not to digress, I mean, back to Woodward's book. I was listening to the stuff. Trump has been saying crazy, and I'm going to call them idiotic things for years, and certainly throughout his presidency. I mean, it would take a lifetime probably to catalog all this stuff. But has that stopped him? No. And every time people say, oh, this is it, this is going to be the straw that broke the camel's back, you know, the Mueller report, this, that, whatever, it has failed his enemies every time. And so I don't know if this is going to be impactful in any way.
No, I mean,
people are just going to roll their eyes and say that's Donald Trump.
I'm with you on that. You know, I always talk about how I get my juices flowing in the morning. I watch Morning Joke, and you know, there's Mika. You know, there's Mika on there talking about what a horrible person he is. He lied to America. It's so disastrous, and he knew, and now 190,000 people have died. He's killing his base. And, you know, his base is 45% of America. God bless everyone who perished through COVID, but it's under 200,000 people. It's a rounding error from really killing his base. It's like so over the top. It's like gaslighting. You know what I'm saying? It's not material to the debate.
Anybody just has to go read my columns or look at my tweets, and I've been as harsh as anyone on Donald Trump. But again, I think it's a political misstep when people are saying things like there were 177,000 who couldn't watch the RNC because they were all killed by Trump. Trump is not responsible for all the deaths by COVID, and a virus is a virus. It was going to happen. People have forgotten that de Blasio and Cuomo, a couple days before we were shut down, were telling everybody, go to the movies, go out to restaurants, everything's going to be fine.
No
because
question.
We didn't know.
Nancy Pelosi was strolling around in Chinatown in San Francisco. Come on down, the lo mein is fresh. There's a beautiful Peking duck over here. There's nothing to worry about. You know that, right? Just days before.
Yes.
And they called Trump a xenophobe when he shut down flights from China. And now they're trying to turn it, just like they're trying to turn these riots as Trump's problem. Rob, I got to read you this meme that Jess carved up for me today. And I feel like, was it a misstep by Trump? Maybe a little bit of a misstep. But he didn't lie. Presidents have been lying to the people since history, right? Yes. And they got to just keep telling you, like Obama lied, George Bush lied, Colin Powell, everyone lied. We know this, okay? There's a good little story out there talking about in the 60s, the KGB did fascinating psychological experiments, and they learned that if you bombard human subjects with fear messages nonstop in 2 months or left, most of those subjects are completely brainwashed to believe the false message, to the point that no amount of clear information they are shown to the contrary can change their mind. And I feel like if the left-wing media isn't running this song right now, I don't know what else there is to think, because the fear messages are every day. Like now today, the fear is he knew all along and he killed everyone. It's just crazy.
I think that, look, I always use this as an example about whatever topic we're going to be discussing. We have the internet at our fingertips. We have more information in our grasp now than ever before, yet people really respond to everything anecdotally. And I look at all the data. I think it's really interesting when you see people panicking right now about COVID and college students getting it, but I don't believe we've had any college students hospitalized with it. Now, Fauci said yesterday that it looks like if someone's asymptomatic, they can't pass it on. So we're learning new things about this disease every day. But there are some people that are in extreme panic mode. I'm just worried about the economy. This can't go on forever. If we don't get another fiscal infusion from the government of 1.5 trillion, what's going to happen?
No,
people aren't going to be able to pay for anything.
No, we can't keep doing that, and you can't go to all your Parisian dinners walking around the Upper East Side with all the cool kids. Oui?
I go to Italian restaurants, John.
Yeah, that's my guy. One of my friends said, Rob Taub's a Democrat. Why are you having him on? I said, he's a great Democrat, and he's from Staten Island, so I love the guy. But we gotta cut out, brother. Thank you so much for always making time for us.
Good to see you, John.
Always good to see you, too.
We'll break soon.
Yeah, let's do that. Rob Taub, ambassador for the American Diabetes Association and a big advocate for the No Diabetes by Heart campaign. So check that out. Check out Rob's columns. And check out these commercials real quick. And we're going to come back right after this. What are we going to do after this? Ooh, we'll do some news of the day. Got some good stuff coming at you.